everyone, and welcome back to another honest conversation with me. Like I said in my last video, I'm going to talk about PMS, premenstrual syndrome, in this video. So for all the women out there, if you're PMSing right now, definitely listen to it. If you're not PMSing right now, you should still definitely listen to it, because it's something that we all get affected by. So what do you think of PMS? Do you experience any symptoms before you get your period, or is it like a totally smooth sail into your period and you have your period and you didn't even realize that you got it? Is it like that for you every month? Is it like that for you some months? Is it never like that for you? Maybe a mix of everything, or maybe just one of them is the reality of your life right now. So what I want to say right now, it might be a little bit like uncomfortable, might be a little bit revolutionary, might be a little bit also it might not feel so nice. PMS is absolutely not normal. As women, we are not designed biologically to suffer every month before we get our period and suffer again when we get our period. It doesn't have to be these almost 10 days to 2 weeks of suffering every month. We're not supposed to live like that. Ladies, we're not supposed to live like that. And now I'm not saying that I don't have PMS. Currently, I think I'm PMSing. When I'm PMSing, I have all kinds of things happening, and suddenly one day I'm feeling really good and I'm very happy and everything is like a smooth sail in my life, and suddenly the next day it's exactly the opposite. And then I can tell that often my hormones are changing, the week is different, and I am probably going towards my period, so this is going to happen. When I was younger, before I moved out of my parents' place, I actually never had any premenstrual symptoms. Never. I never had any cramps, I never had any skin problems, I never had any bloating, I never had any of these problems. I didn't even know what PMS was. I only found out about PMS in the last few years, actually, only when I got onto the internet. Before internet, nobody, at least I didn't know what PMS was. I'm sure none of my friends back then in India, while we were growing up, we didn't know what PMS was. And I'm sure most of my friends, girlfriends also didn't have any PMS back then. But it's only when I left my parents' house and I went to college and then I started to live on my own, these symptoms slowly started to come up. And the other thing that you get told from the media all the time, that PMS is normal. So they give you pills for PMS. They call you crazy because you're a woman, because it's that time of the month. I think it's time to call bullshit on all of that, honestly, because we are not meant to suffer, like I said before. PMS is not normal. I am sure you've had times of your lives when you've been on a vacation maybe, or you've been having a really good time that month. Maybe you took some time off of work and you're just relaxing. And that month you get your period and you don't even realize that you got your period. It's such a smooth sail. That's how it's supposed to be. I've definitely had many months like this where I got my period and I was like, nothing. I felt nothing. During my period, I felt nothing. I felt absolutely relaxed. So that's clearly to say that we're not meant to suffer every month. We're not meant to have these problems. The kind of symptoms that doctors talk about and they call normal are breaking out on the skin feeling dull and parched or whatever, having breasts, tender breasts, sore breasts, feeling bloated, getting things like diarrhea, getting headaches, migraines, having mild to intense mood swings, basically becoming a nuisance for everybody else around you, and irritability, frustration, having negative thoughts about oneself, so obsessive thoughts about life. And I think I'm missing out on a few more. It's like a long list. So I think if you read a list like this, the things that you probably don't get, you start getting because you think that it's normal for a woman to have these things. I've definitely experienced things like these that I didn't know about them before, but because I got aware of it, because the medical industry talks about these things being so normal, and I'm like, yeah, okay, I'm gonna get it. Do you know what I mean? But it's not normal. Like, really, we need to take the power back in our hands, is what I'm talking about. We can't even let medical professionals tell us anymore how our bodies should function, because our bodies, our unique bodies, know how to function. So it's about trusting our bodies, trusting our bodies' wisdom as women is the one thing which is going to heal us, which is going to heal me, which is going to heal you, which is going to heal my mother, your best friend, your daughter, all the women, because we have so much wisdom in our bodies. Each week, our hormones change. Each week calls for a little change in our lifestyle, a little change in our day-to-day activities, what we do from morning to evening. And how do we make these changes? We make these changes by slowing down enough to be able to listen to our bodies, because our bodies are constantly communicating with us. So taking time off your screens, because there's so much information coming from the screens, which really tends to mess up with our minds, with our hormones, especially using the screens at night. Another thing that can really help is taking time to be present with the activities that you do all day long, because most of the time we are working, we are busy doing things all day long, and we are not always mindful about what we're doing. So taking one activity a day, maybe, that you do with your entire being, when you're completely present. It can be cooking. Like, often cooking is something like that I really enjoy doing, being really present with. Meditation, just sitting down and taking, without any goal, just being with your breath and allowing your breath to become soft. Breathe freely, breathe everywhere into your body, breathe into your belly, feel your belly expand, let your belly go, don't need to hold it in, so that you can look like that you have a flat belly. Nobody has a flat belly. That's the other thing that we need to know. Like, if people let go of their bellies are soft, and that's how they are supposed to be. And that's a struggle that women all around the world have always. Blessed are the women who don't have access to media. Sometimes I feel like I envy their lives, the women who live in the hills and native tribes that never have any connection with the modern world, because they don't get fed these concepts of how our bodies should work. Their bodies just work, they trust it, they go with it, and that's that. There's nothing more to it. So another thing that you can, of course, like yoga, meditation, we all know how beneficial they are. But in the physical practice of yoga, especially restorative yoga. Restorative yoga is, I feel, if you're a woman, it's almost essential for you. But even for men, it's almost essential for us human beings with the kind of worlds that we live in. Big cities, hectic lives, lots of work, lots of information, lots of stimulation, the kind of food we eat, all of that. We need time to deeply connect with our bodies. So these are just a few things that we can do to have a better relationship with ourselves. I'm only just scratching the surface. There is so much the beauty of our bodies, how it functions. It's so deep. I can go on talking about it for like the next 24 hours and I still won't be done. just touching the surface. If you want to have another conversation about this with me, please send me a message, and I'm happy to keep making videos about this again and again. So by connecting with our bodies, by listening to our bodies, we start to say, okay, I feel like this right now, and then based on that you can adapt your lifestyle. You can adapt the kind of food you eat. You can adapt the kind of activities you do in terms of exercise, in terms of socializing. Trust me, it changes every month, every week. Every week is different. Every phase of your cycle is coming with its unique messages to you. So start becoming more aware of that. The baseline of what I'm trying to say today with this video, the key message is that PMS and suffering before or during our menstrual cycle is not normal. And we need to just like get that clear, get out of that, create time for ourselves, our bodies, our minds every single day, and come to a state of, come to a slow pace, quiet pace, where we are able to listen to our bodies and then be courageous enough to make the changes that your body is very, very kindly asking you to do. No matter what you're doing in life, no matter what activity we are doing in life, we can do it either from a place of need, desperation or aggression, or we can do it from a place of relaxation, from allowing and from being. And the second aspect is essentially a feminine aspect. Women receive, women are not, that's a difference between yin and yang energy. So we need to, as women, we need to learn to like sit in our place and allowing life to come to us, allowing things to come to us. And that's only going to happen when we learn to give time to ourselves every single day. I'm definitely going to make another detailed video about this topic of PMS, about our menstrual cycles and how the wisdom of our cycle can change everything for us. So take 3 things that you can do. Maybe write them down, that you would do maybe every single day to make a change in your life, a change that will bring you to a space where you're able to connect with your body, where you are able to quieten down your mind, and then you're able to connect with your body and you're giving the space to your body to talk to you. Yeah. And then let your inner being, let your inner wisdom guide you, tell you what you need to do to make space for your body, to accommodate your body's needs in your day-to-day life. No matter what you do, no matter what your lifestyle is like, you can always give some time to yourself every single day, whether it's 10 minutes, whether it's 90 minutes, it's up to you how much time you can take out. But I'm saying that whether it's 10 minutes or 90 minutes, both are equally valuable. So PMS is not normal. Time to call bullshit on all the stuff that we have been programmed with. We're not supposed to suffer every month for 10 days or 7 days or 2 weeks. From this day onwards, no matter where you are in your cycle, I want you to become aware of what your body is trying to tell you. So with that, I'm going to go and take that time for myself. I'm going to go out and walk, because that's one thing that really helps me relax and calm down and get out, and I really like the movement that my body gets through walking. Alright, so I hope you will share with me the 3 activities that you're going to do that will help you to become quiet enough so that you're able to listen to your body's messages. I wish you a lovely evening, and I wish you a beautiful cycle this month, and I look forward to hearing from you. Thank you so much.